But let's get to the producer's favorite segment of the show. Why? Because they get to yell at me and hit me with paper snowballs. So it is called Unanswered Questions. Going division by division, it is time for the AFC East. Let's take a little peek over at FanDuel Sportsbook. Download the app. Download FanDuel Sportsbook. The Bills, still the favorites in the division after the Aaron Rodgers trade, but the Jets are on their heels, guys. Everyone is plus money right now. We'd love to see that. Okay, that's a positivity. The Dolphins are a close third. The Patriots round things out at plus 750. So all looks nice, but April showers bring May questions. Let's start.
What's the question?
Yeah, what's going on over there?
Let's start.
What, can't catch your tongue? Let's go.
Let's start. Golly. Oh my God. I didn't think, wow. Danita, that's really not expected to hear you, Little Miss Sunshine. We're going to start with the Buffalo Bills. By the way, I am jonesing for one of those truly, what is it, Paula's peanut sticks?
Yeah.
Whatever you talk to me about. So many tweets. Somebody in Buffalo send me one of those soon. Okay, the question for the Bills is, shut up, Conrad. My question for the Bills is, do we love Josh Allen enough? Did we get him enough presents on his birthday? Did we hit every aisle on the back-to-school list? New Trapper Keeper, new Protractor, a Troll pencil topper. Did we load him up to get straight A's in 2023? Did we get him that ducktail lunchbox that everybody wanted? I know some of you were like, add more, give Josh Allen more around him. He has Knox and he has Diggs and blah, blah, blah. We spoiled Josh Allen. And they had the number 2 ranked offense in the league last year, and they still moved up, and they did, to snag a tight end, a star, hopefully, in Dalton Kincaid in the draft. You know, this is like giving him a Fruitopia and a Squeeze-It and a Go-Gurt in his DuckTales lunchbox. He's loaded. He doesn't need anything more. He's trading for Flamin' Hot Cheetos on recess. I get it. But I am wondering if they do need to give young Josh just a little bit more, because the task isn't make trades at lunch for gushers and for roll-ups. It is, in fact, win a frickin' Super Bowl. And there was talk about big trades, right? Big swings. DeAndre Hopkins coming in, a deal for Dalvin Cook. Nothing's materialized so far. But let's look at the skill group, okay? James Cook, there's your projected starting running back. Beyond Stephon Diggs, we hope we can get another step up from Gabe Davis. We'll see how they use Kincaid. We'll see. But I've brought this up before. As talented as Josh Allen is and as monster of an arm as he may have, and he does have, I mean, they ranked 22nd in the league in passer rating over the second half of the season. And this team was not great as he's leading the team or league in pesky and costly turnovers, okay? So, yes, they made it super far. They didn't make it to a Super Bowl. They didn't win a Super Bowl. Obviously, there was a lot of adversity that this team faced. But if you look at those numbers from Allen, combined with the game against the Bengals, it really takes one of those Mr. Sketch scented red markers and cherry flavored that used to have in school. Marissa knows. Yeah, that and Lisa Frank sticker. Oh, yeah. It really underlines that this Buffalo Bills team might need more. Let's be real. Burrow, Mahomes, Tua, Herbert, they have considerably deeper groups of talent around them, more depth, okay? You can make the case. You could argue Aaron Rodgers does as well, okay? So these are the squads that you have to beat to win it all. So if I'm Brandon Beane, I'm absolutely exploring every possible option this offseason for depth and for optimization, self-actualization, and win the damn thing. Who should they go get? Should they go get anybody? Does he have enough? You guys tell me at Up and Adam Show. And please send me one of those peanut sticks. My God, they looked delicious. Okay, next up, let's go with the Dolphins. Okay, the best wide receiver. Well, they've got the best wide receiver group in the league. Darius Butler said so. God.
What's the question?
I mean, everyone's going to say the question should be what? Tua and his health, right? We're not doctors. We wish Tua the best. We met him at Super Bowl. We loved him. I know he's doing everything in his power. He's doing some conventional things, some things to sort of make sure that he can stay on the field as much as he wants to be. I mean, Butler said that they're an F1 team. They need the driver to be healthy. We get it. But my biggest question for the Dolphins is, can Jalen Ramsey and Vic Fangio fix the defense? This music is awful. What is this music in my ear? Dun, dun, I'm like in Flashdance. Dun, 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 dun. What was that? Anyone?
I liked it.
Just some fun. You liked it? It was okay. Okay, my question is, can Vic Fangio, this is for Taylor to cut it for Twitter. My question for the Dolphins is not about Tua and his health. It's about, can Jalen Ramsey and Vic Fangio, the OG, fix the defense? Sure. There are Tua questions, even with him missing a third of the season, though. Let me tell you something. This was the 6th best total offense in the league with him missing all those games. The defense, on the other hand, had some major woofies going on. 23rd in scoring D last season, 27th against the pass. Not great. I don't know. They've got better quarterback play in the division, right? Their conference is nuts this year. So they have to make moves. They did. Chris Greer and the Dolphins, they had a nice response to this. They went in. They weren't satisfied with playoff appearances, and they fixed the defense. They hope. Will it translate? We'll see. Their first move is they made the DC change from Josh Boyer to Vic Fangio. And I know people might be, I saw a little bit on Twitter that was like, Vic Fangio, blah, blah, blah. Just because things didn't pan out and he didn't excel as a head coach, let's please not forget that Vic is one of the best defensive coordinators in NFL history. Okay, I mean that, NFL history. He had 5 top 5 defenses over the last 10 seasons with 3 different franchises. Beat that. This is a big-time move. This is a big-time swing by the Dolphins to fix this defense. And then another one for a superstar when they bring in Jalen Ramsey like a month later. World-class corner, Super Bowl champion, pedigree, chip on his shoulder. He knows how to get it done. I think it's fair to say that last season didn't meet his or our standards of Ramsey greatness. For whatever reason, we saw a lot of this. We saw him taking a lot of chances. We saw him give up more big plays than we're used to seeing him give up. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it was, and I'm not going to get into it. I know he wants to perform better. And if he can lock in and get back to being a lockdown corner we know he can be with Xavier Howard on the other side, the secondary can get hitting overnight. I swear. And if that happens, healthy Tua, don't count the Dolphins out for the division, okay? Or potentially making a run to the Super Bowl. I'm telling you, the ceiling is this high in Miami. So insert your ignorant anti-Tua tropes right here, Twitter. Let's move it along. Next up, I have to take a sip of, what is this allergy thing going on in Los Angeles? I hate Los Angeles.
Stop stalling on the question.
That was well done by you.
How dare you?
You got caught.
Oh my gosh. Next up. Oh my God. I'm so surprised you guys don't have Chandler Parsons out here just pelting me with things.
Great tan.
At 7 feet tall. Great tan. Was that a bad comment?
No.
He was leaving the studio and I said, great tan, Chandler. I mean, he lives in Cabo, right?
Yeah.
He flies in every day for the show. I think so. I think that's where he lives in Cabo. That's what I understand. He's always there. All right, next up, let's go to the New England Patriots. Tom Curran on the show, by the way. Keep it here for that. He's got all the inside information. And you're going to die when you hear how many wins he thinks his team's going to rack in this year. Unbelievable. But for the New England Patriots,
what's the question?
Brady back in the building. Shut up. Dumois is linking Tom Brady to Kim Kardashian. Who said that was going to happen?
You did.
I said the second that relationship that he was in unraveled, I said, oh, he's going to be linked to Kim K. It's going to be a whole PR thing. They're talking about Baker's Bay and Bahamas. It's definitely not real. Okay, let's get to it. The question that I have, guys, on the Patriots is, what in the name, hello? Okay, let me look. I forgot what I wrote down last night. I wrote this down. Hold on, I got to get to it. I wrote this down and it's not happening. It's fine. My question is, here it is. Here's what I wrote. What in the name of Good Will Hunting is going on with Mac Jones? That's my question. What is going on? All offseason, we were flooded with reports about how Belichick had soured on Mac, that they might make a move for Lamar, or draft Will Levis, or deal Mac to Vegas, or Tampa, and just start Bailey Zappi, everybody, don't worry, be Zappi, that whole thing. But here we sit on May 16th, National Mimosa Day, failed by you guys, and I'm more confused than an out-of-towner trying to navigate through Wellington Circle in Medford. If you know, you know. Listen, I've driven through there. It's not pretty. What were these rare rumors that we were hearing out of New England all exaggerated? Are they true, but they're working through it and there's nothing to it? I don't know. I don't think we saw enough from Mac that he deserves a chance to straighten this thing out. He's only a year removed from the playoffs. There were some questions about his supporting cast, and now he's on offensive coordinator number 3. And the Patriots did make moves, guys. They brought in guys like Juju Smith-Schuster, Mike Gesicki. They've given him a proven offensive coordinator named Bill O'Brien, who, by the way, gets the 4-time Super Bowl champion Rob Gronkowski chef's kiss seal of approval, which we love to see. I think this offense is a lot more intriguing than last year. So you're up, kid. I think, Mac, it's you. Pats fans, how are we feeling? And also, I'd love to know the most confusing intersection or part of driving in Boston. Boston gets completely under the radar nationally when it comes to being the worst traffic city. There are no rules. Driving on the shoulder is normal. Like it's an unbelievable place to drive, and it's insane. So let me know at Up and Adam Show. Okay, finally, let's get to the Jets, guys. Gangrene.
What's the question?
Okay, but seriously, is Gangrene not the worst nickname in all of sports?
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Like,
The worst.
if your nickname is a top 5 worst way to go, like worst way to die, we need to revisit that and maybe have a conversation and a rebrand. I would think I'd like to see that. But my question, good job, Eric.
Hey.
My question, do you guys all match today for, look at what's going on with you two?
Green.
Why are we're matching? We've got company man Brian wearing his FanDuel gear. By the way, that hoodie could be yours. Stay tuned, we're doing a giveaway today. We're doing a FanDuel giveaway today.
Which one's hoodie? It's
Yeah.
Off of
You
your
can
back.
own
This one.
specific hoodie.
this hoodie.
It can be yours.
Smell and all.
My question for the Jets is, it's not an if, it's not a whatever for me. It's a how quickly, how fast. How quickly can they get things to click? Because, listen, we saw this with Tom Brady. I know he went on to win a Super Bowl, but down in Tampa, things might not fire on all cylinders right away. The Bucs will remember 7-5 to start the Super Bowl year before they rattled off those 8 straight wins and it all came together. The problem is, and the difference is, I mean, is Rodgers Tom Brady? There's that argument. You can have that at your local bar. That's fine. But the Jets don't have the luxury of playing in the NFC South or the Candyland board game that we, the media, have deemed the NFC this year, okay? Ipso facto, taking it easy, sleazy, and CJ Mosleying along isn't an option for Aaron and the Jets, okay? Now with the Bills, now with the Dolphins in that division. And to the Broadway Joe drama of it all, look at what the schedule makers have bestowed upon them. We got to play the Bills, the Cowboys, the Chiefs in the first 4 weeks of the season. Granted, most games are at home, but how homey is MetLife to Rodgers? Okay, he's had one house his whole life. The address is 1265 Lombardi Avenue. I will say he is 4-1 in his career in the Meadowlands. He's only paid there 5 times, though. Only 5 times. So is that going to, 19 years, 18 years in one place, what's that going to look like? He also has a tough divisional game against the Patriots sprinkled in there as well. So I know we wanted to get Aaron Rodgers on primetime as quickly as possible, but yeesh, this is a little bit rough out the gates. Do they get out of that stretch that I just mentioned, guys, at 2-2? I think so, right? They can win 2 of those games, right?
Yeah.
If they do, that's what they need. That's what you need if you're a Jets fan, if you've got a rooting interest in Aaron Rodgers. If they do, they're in great shape because after that, when they get through that, the schedule does calm down. They still get to play at home a ton and not travel. But if things, for whatever reason, are like Brady when he was down in Tampa after playing in New England so long, it doesn't go that well, and they have to dig themselves out of a hole in what might be the toughest division in the NFL in as stacked a conference as I can even remember, I don't love that for them. And you could go from, prime corner booth at Rayo's to cold slice waiting in line with the rest of us bozos for Ray's too. Pizza, 99-cent slices, just that quick. So all the little things count right now is the point of that. All the little things, the little camp, the little bonding time, and I think Aaron knows that. And the Packers fans want to say, he didn't show up for this with us and he didn't do this. Like, every second counts with this new team because there's no room for error. And the margin's super small in that division and that conference. We asked you guys on Twitter last night, what was your biggest question for the AFC? I love this one from Peter Bukowski. Speaking of food and Rayo's and Ray's, Aaron Rodgers' order from Carbone. I said I think he's definitely like a tableside Caesar guy. Yeah. Like bring the cart, bring the show, look at me.
Is that it though? No pasta?
I think pasta too. I think it's absolutely we're doing a tableside Caesar.
Yeah.
But I think he's also like, are there GMOs in this? What is made with?
He's judging.
It's a vinegar red.
How many trans fats are in here? Does he bring his?
So
Does he bring his own dressing, like that kind of thing? I don't know.
100%.
I think he's
Chili
like
oil.
what is it? The fungi? Yeah, I think he's into that. One more tweet. Guys, I made a shrooms reference. Nobody even noticed it. Dustin said, how much longer? Ooh! How much longer does Belichick coach? Over under 5.5 years. What do you guys got? Under 5. How old is he?
He's over. He's done.
He's cooked? Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
Brady will be there week 1. That'll be so interesting to see those two
71.
interact. What?
71.
71.
Mm-hmm.
71 is young. I don't know. Over under 5.5 years.
I'm going under.
It's all going to depend on how. I don't know. Look at Pete Carroll. All it's going to take is like if Pete Carroll had a Geno Smith, or if Bill Belichick had a Geno Smith situation, Mac Jones turns the corner, or something else happens. We'll see how that looks. All right, coming up next, we head to Carolina to check in on Lil Bryce Young with the Athletics' Joe Person. It's all after this. Tom Curran is on the show as well. Oh God, nailed it. Look at how proud, like a proud mama, Eric.